Yo, 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 welcome everybody. I knew you come. You know who it is, the real one, always 100, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you with the UFC main slate. I call this after the weigh-in show. All right, after the weigh-in show. So yeah, just to sum up the weigh-ins, everything went off without a hitch except for Mr. Greg Hardy. I've never seen this before. He actually missed weight for heavyweight. So let me turn that off right there. Sorry. We're gonna do it with live, right? So yeah, Hardy had to come back an hour later. And then it was fine. It wasn't by much, but still, I've never ever seen that before. So very interesting. And you know who's joining us, guys? You know who this is. This is Schroeder Skywalker from the DFS Club. Schroeder had to come say hi to everybody, say what's up, everyone. And he had to throw some jabs, sticking, moving, some elbows, some kicks, hooks. So that's Schroeder Skywalker, guys. He had to come say hi. So with that said, with the weigh-ins out of the way, the face-offs, we're gonna start breaking this down again. We had some cancellations. Courtney Casey, Priscilla Catch a Beating is off. What's up, Terry? What's up, Jake? Welcome to the dog house. Then who else? We have so Kevin Holland has a new opponent, Ontiveros, coming in on very short notice, but we'll get into all that, guys. That just summarizes everything up. Welcome, you guys. Yeah, that's right, dude. That's right. We got Jake in the house. Terry, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So the first fight we got right here, Miles Johns versus Kevin Natividad. Natividad, whatever. Miles Johns, again, 8.4K on DraftKings. Kevin is 7.8K on DraftKings. Now, if you watch my original video, my prediction has not changed. I still like Kevin Natividad. Feliz Navidad, all right? Making his UFC debut, guys. Looked great at the weigh-ins. Looked fine. Looked fine. Didn't look nervous. Face off looked great. I'm still sticking with this pick, guys. Give me Kevin Navidad at 7.8K. So let's go back. So again, no Courtney Casey or Priscilla Catch a Beating. Fight is off. So next up, we got Dustin Jacoby versus Justin Ledet, guys. Again, I think this one stays on the feet. If you watch my regular video, Dustin Jacoby's 8.9K on DraftKings. Justin Ledet 7.3K. My pick on this one still has not changed. Dustin looked great at the weigh-ins. Looked spectacular. Again, strikers versus striker. Dustin, man, the kickboxer. He's just a straight up kickboxer. That means striking with feet, fists, elbows, knees, flying knees. Great takedown defense, but I don't think anyone's going for takedowns here. Justin Ledet, he's got a good left hook. Like I said in my video, guys, when he boxes and keeps it up, his stance, he leaves his lead leg way out there to be chopped. And you're going to go up against a kickboxer and you're going to leave your leg like that? It's a smaller cage, guys. Remember, it's a smaller cage. So that's not a good recipe for Justin Ledet here. He does have a good chin. So I think Dustin Jacoby's going to attack the legs personally. Hopefully if that great fight IQ is there, which I think it is. So yeah. Give me Jacoby here. All right. Next up. Love this fight, guys. Jason Witt versus the coal mine Williams. So Jason Witt's 8.3K on DraftKings. The coal mine is 7.9K. Give me Jason Witt, guys. I'm going to have a lot. I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of exposure to Jason Witt. The price is right at 8.3K. And again, his jaw is questionable, right? He's been knocked out several times. He's been dropped. I'm not worried about that here with Cole Williams. Jason Witt's just the wrestler, man. He throws heavy leg kicks. He goes for takedowns like crazy. We love our takedowns in DFS, guys. You already know that. He's just, I mean, if you guys saw him at weigh-ins, what's up, Terry? You saw how big he is for the division. The dude's just jacked. Good takedown defense from what I've seen. Great cardio. I mean, this guy can go 5 rounds, no problem. And for the 8.3K price tag, I think Witt gets him out of there early. And we love finishes, right? So, yeah. Terry says Witt KO 3 in a row. Give me almost 100% of Jason Witt in all my DraftKings and FanDuel lineups. I might even throw him in some captain spots for DraftKings and FanDuel, because y'all don't know, on DraftKings they do have kind of like a showdown contest, kind of, where you get to pick a captain. I normally do very well on those, so I will have plenty of Jason Witt here, guys. All right, next up, we got Sean Strickland Propane, for those of you that watch King of the Hill, against Jack Marshman, guys. So Strickland 9.1K, Marshman, the Marshman 7.1K. Like I said in my video, guys, I think this one goes the distance, but I am picking Sean Strickland Propane to win, coming off that bad motorcycle accident. Just that hefty price tag, right? So you're paying 9.1K, especially in a card like this where dogs are few and far between. You're gonna want to finish. You want an early finish. But yeah, I mean, give me Sean Strickland Propane here at 9.1K. I think he gets it done in a decision. I think it doesn't matter if it's unanimous or whatever. It doesn't matter to us DFS people. So, again, with the 2-year layoff, but again, the accident, straight kickboxer, straight striker. He's fast. He's got nasty kicks. Marshman's, he's a striker, but he's very low volume. Coming off a year layoff himself, mind you. He always just looks for that one punch knockout. And I don't see him catching Sean with that. He has a good chin, which makes me think, like I said, it's going to go the distance. He has very bad takedown defense. I don't know if this one goes to the ground, but if it does, definitely every advantage is in Sean's corner. So give me Strickland Propane at 9.1K. There's Sean. We're gonna have to rewatch this. Missed the beginning. Yeah, no problem, man. It'll be posted right after we're done. Exactly, right after we're done. And if you guys didn't hear the news, the good news, this Monday, I will have a one-on-one interview with this young lady right here, Miranda Fear, the Maverick. Monday, 3:30 Eastern time. I will set up a I'll schedule it so you guys can already like hit that bell so you know when we go live. So yes, I'll have Boston Nick in there holding down the chat for me because I'm going to need it. But yes, this Monday at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have, I call her Miranda the Killer Maverick. I think that sounds better, but I think it's more accurate. Look out for her in this division, guys. I think she's just going to shoot all the way to the top and take on Valentina for the title. That's just my opinion, but don't miss out, guys. Unedited, unscripted, raw. All right? So don't miss out. All right, so let's go back. All right, so this one I absolutely love. This one's going to be a banger. I'm talking about Adrian Yanez. Looked great at the weigh-ins, looked great at the face-off. He was all in his face, ready to go, talking smack versus Victor Rodriguez. So Yanez is 9.2K. Rodriguez is 7K. Yanez is my favorite pay-up fighter of this card, guys. I think he gets it done very early. I think he gets it done in the first round. Striker, powerful, high volume, goes for the body, knocks the wind out of people. Great front kicks, great chin, great cardio, great takedown defense. I mean, what more do you want here? Victor Rodriguez coming in on short notice. He's a striker, wrestler. He has decent low kicks, overhand right, moves forward, decent grappler. But again, give me Adrian Yanez here, guys. And it's not even close for me. I'm very confident with this pick. Again, I will have lots of exposure. So I recommend you do too. Again, one of my most confident picks, guys. So get him in there and let's go. Let's go. So we're going to do this, guys. You got any questions? I'll get to the questions, all that good stuff. So the reason why I went live is because we had 2 fights. Well, one fight canceled and then another one got changed. So, all right. So next up, we got Alexander Hernandez versus Chris Grujic, whatever. So Alexander Hernandez, 9.3K, ladies and gentlemen. Loss, win, loss, win, win. 9.3K on DraftKings. Yikes. That's very expensive. Chris is coming off a 2.5 year layoff. He's 6.9K on DraftKings. Again, I'm going to go with Yanez as my favorite pay up, but yeah, give me Alexander Hernandez here all day long. The only problem is if it goes to the judges, which there's a chance. I mean, there's a great chance it goes to the judges. Bye-bye to that 9.3K. That value is gone. You're not going to get the most bang for your buck. Wide stance, Hernandez. He's a striker. Great chin. Moves forward. He's a good grappler. He goes for takedowns. Dude's very fast. Very fast. Chris Grujic. He's a striker. He's an okay wrestler. I'll say that. Great chin, though. He can take a beating. He comes forward. Good jab. And like I always say, when fighters can take a beating, I tend to lean more like this is going to go the distance. So 9.3K, I don't know, guys. I don't unless Alexander gets it to the ground and slaps in a submission, I think it's going to go the distance, guys. Because a good chin don't help you and when someone's got you in a freaking triangle or an arm bar or a rear naked choke. Because Chris does have, I'd say, very poor takedown defense. He throws calf kicks himself. But yeah, give me Alexander the Great here at 9.3K. I probably won't have much exposure to him, but I do think he's going to win this fight. Next up, we got Bobby Greene versus Thiago Moises, guys. Bobby Greene looked great as usual. Looked shredded at the weigh-ins. At the face-off, Greene was all up in Thiago's face. And Thiago just sat there and took it. Not much jabbing from Thiago, but Bobby Greene was all up in his face, talking all that smack. Bobby's on a 3-fight winning streak. He's 9K, guys. If you can fit him in your lineups, get him in there. Although there's a good chance this one goes to the decision, goes the full 3 rounds. Bobby Greene's having a great 2020, ladies and gentlemen. One of the few of us that are. He's a striker, surgical striker. He has good takedown defense. You saw him fight Fabio, right? Clay Guida. Guida did look good in that fight, though, by the way. He's a showboater, as you saw in the weigh-ins. He just throws a great volume, surgical strikes. He's never been submitted. Thiago Moises always goes for takedowns. His only path to victory, guys, Thiago Moises, is that patented heel hook he always goes for. He has power overhands on the feet. He also, like I said, he goes for the takedown. So Thiago Moises, I don't see him beating Bobby Greene here. But I do think it goes the distance. If Bobby Greene gets him out of there early, I wouldn't be surprised. But either would I be surprised about a distance. So Bobby Greene, again, at 9K. I'm going to stick with my pick there. So next up, we got a banger, another one. So like I said in the beginning of the video, Greg Hardy had a little tough time at weigh-ins today. And I don't know if that's a first, but I've never seen a fighter struggle to make heavyweight, guys. To make heavyweight. Ugh. Doesn't make me feel good. Greg Hardy, 8.8K, though, guys. How often do we get Greg Hardy under 9K? Not very often. Going up, but Maurice Greene looked great, shredded. It's just Hardy's just a better fighter. He's fast for his size. Even though he put on some weight, I still think he's going to be fast, guys. A great, powerful striker. Maurice Greene, he's got I'd say a bad chin. He throws kicks out there. He doesn't go for takedowns. His takedown defense is probably pretty bad. So if he worked on that in his camp, hopefully he did, right, for his sake. He looked great at the weigh-in, though. Just cut up, shredded. If Maurice Greene wins here, I I wouldn't be shocked, but I got to go with Greg Hardy, guys, at 8.8K again because he's under 9K. We rarely see that. Even though he missed weight, at least he didn't look like he was going to pass out, right, for being underweight. So, yeah, give me Greg Hardy, especially at 8.8K. Next up, we're still on the main card, guys. We got Kevin Holland versus Charlie Ontiveros stepping in on very short notice, guys. He calls himself the American Bad Boy. He came in with his Carlito looking hair. You all know what I'm talking about from WWF. Holland looked great. Oliveros looked great too at the weigh-in, guys. A little bit. Oliveros has won 2 straight. Very heavy underdog. So here's what I'm saying right here, guys. Kevin Holland at 8.2K. Get him in all of your lineups. Taking in a short notice fighter. He's 29 years old. Where's he coming out of? Hard head hitters. Don't know much about him, but I do know a lot about Kevin Holland, and they get him at 8.2K. If Holland finishes him in the first round, which is a very good, from what I've seen. I mean, I'm going to look more into Charlie Ontiveros tonight when I get a chance, but I'm just glad the fight wasn't canceled, and I'm glad that we're getting Kevin Holland at 8.2K. And if you're like doing the sports wagering, he's a 6+, he's a minus 680 favorite. You don't see that much. So as far as like DFS goes, we're getting a huge bargain with Holland here at 8.2K, guys. Get him in there. Unless I see something tonight, which I might, mind you, which I might with Ontiveros on a card where there's just so little freaking underdogs. But yeah, give me 8.2K, guys. Because that's the great thing about fantasy sports. The prices never change. And the sports betting, they do. They're up and down like the freaking stock market, right? So yeah, give me plenty of Kevin Holland in my lineups, guys. So when I speak of lineups, guys, if you want my lineups, you want the cheat sheets, you want ownership. Ownership is so important, guys. What else? Projections, fighter projections. It's dfsclub.com. You're looking at it right here. Again, dfsclub.com. You get 3 providers in one. Shout out to Space. Shout out to the Whispers. You get every single sport, not just UFC, ladies and gentlemen. You get NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis, NASCAR, soccer. We got NASCAR going right now. Kenny Man, my NASCAR expert, just dropped some lineups for the trucks. Soccer's going right now. Esports, MMA, WNBA, college sports, guys. EuroLeague basketball we cashed today. Click join now. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS. And again, we are the cheapest in the business, guys, and it's not even close. Not for every single sport. It's not even close. And we're proud of that. We're very proud of that. We made it affordable for everybody. So come join us, guys. dfsclub.com. Again, you want my lineups, my cheat sheets. Did I mention lineups? Ownership, fighter projections, guys. Come check us out. All right, let's get back to it. So, have another banger coming up. What can I say? I'm calling this like almost the people's main event. Of course, everyone, wants to see Anderson Silva. So let me bring this back up again. But this one's just going to be a banger, guys. Let's go back. After seeing the weigh-ins, Bryce Mitchell, to me, kind of looked kind of nervous while being weighed in. Fili looked pretty confident, and when they faced off, I didn't realize Fili looked so much bigger than Bryce Mitchell. So I was kind of on the fence about this one, but that might have just sealed the deal for me. So Bryce Mitchell's 8.5K, pure grappler. So you got the pure grappler versus striker match right here. Andre Fili, how can you not love that nickname? 7.7K, guys. I really like what I saw in the face-offs, the weigh-ins for Fili. I'm going to take him. 7.7K on DraftKings. He is the dog. As far as like the betting line goes, it's near even right now. It's very near even. So 7.7K, I'll take those odds. I will definitely take those odds. This touchy-feely, it's going to be, even if he gets touchy-feely to the ground, I think Fili probably gets up. We'll see. Because Bryce Mitchell definitely is a savage on the ground, guys. Definitely don't underestimate this man on the ground. He'll be trying for those takedowns, but if Fili catches him while he's going in for a takedown, it could be lights out. So we all know the smaller cage. I think it does benefit the grappler, the smaller cage, but less room to move. So he might get caught. Give me Andre Touchy-Feely at 7.7K. I feel a lot more confident now than I did earlier this week. So get him in there. All right, guys. Here we go. The main event of the evening. Anderson Silva versus Uriah Hall, guys. So Arsenio Hall is 8.6K. Anderson Silva, 7.6K. Everyone's saying this could be his last fight. We don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. I wouldn't be surprised. Silva might fight until he's 50. I call him the George Foreman of the UFC. Uriah Hall, he starts slow. It's a 5-round fight, so who cares? Striker, good jab. He likes to play head games, but at the face-off, they're a buddy-buddy, like nothing but respect for Silva, vice versa. Nothing but respect for Hall. I think this one goes to the A lot of people are saying Hall's going to get him out of there, like maybe the 3rd, 4th round. I don't know. I think this one, I'm still going to stand my ground here and say I think this one goes the distance. So those of you that don't have real confidence in taking 2 dogs, you could stack this fight, meaning you can roster both of them, and just hope you cash. You won't get a takedown, but just hope you cash. Hopefully both guys get over 100 fantasy points. I've seen it. So sometimes stacking is a good idea. Sometimes it's not. In this case right here, it might be to roster both. Because I've had a losing fighter when I've stacked the main event get over 100 fantasy points. And brought me in some pretty good money. So don't forget, guys. It's okay to stack once in a while. This is one of the rare cases where I might recommend it because of just the pure lack of underdogs on this card. And again, I got to look up this Ontiveros kid. I got to see what he's bringing to the table. Again, last minute, what are you going to do? Gabriel Clark, I knew you'd come. Welcome. Look at Terry blowing up the chat. I love you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, Terry says he has it split. There's Jeremiah says, I knew you'd come. Welcome. Neil the security. Love Neil, man. Man. So Neil already gave me a little piece of advice here. Don't waste your time on research. Just watch Holland's opponent against MVP. Yeah, Neil. I can't help it, dude. I'm still gonna take a look and see with this Oliveira kid. I doubt it sways my opinion, but freak, man, you never know. You never freaking know. So what do you guys got? You guys have any questions? All right, we got one right here. Chad wants to know, Hall or Hardy, $20 on FanDuel. I would go with Hall because he's the main event. So the advantage you have there is if Hall even goes 4 rounds and gets a knockout, at least you have that extra round where you're just getting those fantasy points. So yeah, out of the 2, I would take Hall. So nice question, Chad. I do appreciate the questions. Gabriel Clark, you missed it. Schroeder was just here. He came in to say hi to everyone. He was up here jagging, moving, sticking, kneeing, scratching. Terry Shelby says, I have 6 lineup split on some. Yeah, I'm going to run about maybe 3 to 4 lineups. Obviously, I got to adjust my lighting, guys. Sorry about that little background back here. This is a new studio, man. I'm just trying. Yeah, no problem, Chad. No problem. So does anybody else have any questions? And please, please don't forget, for those of you that just came, this Monday at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be going one-on-one, not in a fight because she'd whoop my ass, in an interview with Miranda Fear the Maverick. Y'all remember her from that last fight card? She broke Juana's nose right in 2 with that nice forward front elbow. And I've been watching this young lady's career for a long time. Look out, Valentina. I'm just gonna say that. Look out, this young lady is so freaking strong and so just I was just like, where did that striking come from? To see that now she has a striking game like that, she's so dominant. Valentina, you better look out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not just being biased because she's coming on the show. I'm just saying that young lady has a very bright future. So as requested, here he is, Schroeder. I knew you'd come. All right, so let's go to the questions, Schroeder. Let's go. All right, so Jorge, do you think Hardy gets a KO? Yeah, I'd have to say yes. I'd have to say he does. Um, the weigh-in doesn't really bother me. I mean, a lot of that's caught us in the ass. It's bit us in the ass, right? The last couple of fights, where the weigh-ins have kind of swayed our like opinions on how the fight's gonna go, and we went off of our original pick, and it didn't work out. So yeah, I still think Hardy's gonna knock him out. Neil, the security, yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna stop by for that. Yeah, please do, man. And if we have time, which we probably should, I will take questions from the chat. So again, we'll have Boston Nick in here. He'll be my bouncer. I'll put it to you that way. He's gonna be in the chat, just in case there's spammers or whatever in here, because y'all know we get those. So yeah, there he is. So any more questions, guys? And don't forget dfsclub.com. You want my lineups. You want all my info, the ownership, projections. I got you guys. And we do every single sport, everything NFL. I got to do my NFL video tonight. I'm still prepping for this interview, guys. I ain't going to lie and say I'm not nervous because I'm nervous as hell. I'm not considered myself a journalist. So I'm just going to go off the cuff. I'm going to ask her, just ask her questions. Questions I think you guys want to know and I want to know, not boring ass questions like what's your favorite food, that kind of bullshit. No, we're going to talk about fights. We're going to talk about fighting. I'm going to ask her how she felt making her debut, all those kinds of things, guys. Who's next? I want to know who she's fighting next. So Schroeder's lock play. Chad wants to know, Schroeder, what's your lock play of the fight? Who do you guys is your lock play? I think he's on the same page as me, dude. I think he's going to go Yanez. Yeah, dude. Give me Yanez at captain, at everything, bro. I think Yanez knocks him out in the first round. That hasn't changed, so I'll take that. There's Robert, part of the DFS club. What's up, Robert? I knew you'd come. Welcome. Welcome. That's right. Let's effing go. Let's go. I know there's only 12 people in here, guys, but you could have been anywhere right now. But you chose to come join me in my live video, and I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss the one-on-one interview. And I'm going to have more interviews coming. I have Jason Witt on deck. After this fight, I'm gonna interview him. I like to interview fighters after these fights, not before, because I want to talk to them like how it went, how'd you feel, who's next, right? That kind of stuff I want to know. There's plenty of other YouTube interviews out there I can watch and kind of get a perspective on what their idea is going to be for this fight. So you don't see any post-fight interviews. So that's what I'm going to do. We took down last week, guys. The week before that, I had some takedowns. I had some second places. But last week was just a clean sweep on DraftKings. Won a lot of money on FanDuel also. SNR 1033 says Witt over Williams. I'm taking Jason Witt, bro. And I'd almost say 100% of my lineups because of his price tag and how sure I am he's going to just rack up those fantasy points with his takedowns, with his wrestling. And there's a good chance he gets him out of there. Now, I'm not going to be like some people and say that Cole Williams doesn't deserve to be in the UFC because that's just, you should never say that. He's getting in the octagon, guys, on a UFC card. I know it's a fight night card, but Cole Williams is getting in there. Oh, hell, I might even get Cole Williams. I'll try after the fights, guys. But yeah, it takes balls to get in that octagon, but Witt's going to get it done, and I think Witt's going to get it done, and it won't go to the judges. I'll say that. Maybe second, third round. Yeah, Gabriel, shoot. You got a question? Go ahead and shoot it. Robert loves Hardy. I do too, man. I do too. It's just I can't see him losing this fight. I really can't. What else? Gabriel, shoot that question. I like that name, by the way. A little biased, I know. I wish I can fix that little freaking. There we go. That's better. That's all it took. I'm still trying to figure out the green screen. Now my head is just like, yeah. I'm gonna wait around for Gabriel's question, and then I think I'm gonna bounce out, guys. I gotta do my NFL video. All right, so here it is. Do you have Anderson Silva in any of few lineups that you play? No. I might do a stack of the main event. I might stack the main event, hoping, and the only reason I would do that is hoping it goes the distance, right? I've done that before, and like I said, it's worked out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Even in a loss in a 5-round fight, a fighter could very well get over 100 fantasy points. And at 7.6K with Silva, that would be a steal. But and I'm looking at ownership too. Ownership is pretty high on Silva. So if it continues to be high on Silva, I'd have no problem fading him. Not any problems at all. So hopefully that answers your question there. SNR says great videos. Thanks for all the great content. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. You guys don't know how and realize how much I appreciate you guys and all your support. So yeah, that's it, guys. So not too long. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna wait for Boston Nick and those guys over at Sports Pub Radio. Guys, go check them out. You can find them at Sports Pub Radio. Listen, they're not paying me to say any of this. They're just my friends. I'm just helping them out. I'm helping them get this off the ground. I have a lot of respect for them. I have a lot of respect for the owner. Dude seems like he's hilarious. I love that guy, the way he talks, and kind of reminds me of myself. But go support Boston Nick. Go support Mo and everybody over there. Sports Pub Radio, and they always invite me on. So I'm on a lot of their live streams. I can't wait to see their fight predictions tonight. But go check them out, guys. They're the truth. They're the real deal. Sports Pub Radio. And with that said, guys, don't forget to check us out too, dfsclub.com. You get all my lineups, guys. We are on a streak like you wouldn't believe. I just wish UFC was every day so we can win that easy money. Thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate that. I really do. So I'm going to say a prayer for everybody. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your pets. God bless these fighters tomorrow. Please, God, do not let any of them get seriously injured. Let's get this bread. Don't take shit from nobody. And like Robert says, DFS Club, stand up. You know what we say at the DFS Club, Robert? Too sweet? Throw it up, Robert, for me one time. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, I'm out. Check out my boys over at Pub Sports Radio. Deuces. Take care.